Hey everyone, and welcome to the fifth game. Is this 5? Yes, this is the fifth game of Puma versus MC. It is now 3-1 for Puma. MC only taking that third game, and really Puma showing us what you have to do against a champion like MC. MC is the guy who said that he was going to win every single foreigner tournament, and really he has met his match against Puma. Puma went for some very early cloak banshees, and MC actually scouted it very fast, and Puma knew about it because he scouted the robotics facility. He knew an observer was on the field, and actually decided to get cloak nonetheless, doing absolutely no damage with it. And Puma behind that taking a very fast second base and very fast third base practically at the same time in a hidden location, and he knew that actually MC needed to keep those observers in his main base, and that he could not scout the entire map because those banshees had map control. So MC not discovering that third base for the entire game. I do think he GG'd without even knowing about that third base. I do think he suspects it because he got plowed through by a bunch of Marauders and a bunch of Vikings. So I'm sure that when he watches that replay, he will just base bomb and watch out for that third base. And this fifth game is actually on Terminus, a very large map, one of the largest in the map pool. This is the NASL version with the supply depot on the bottom of the ramp. I do think every single version has this neutral supply depot though, so nothing too particular here. This map actually has a very easy second base to take. You can actually wall this off quite easily as Terran as well as Protoss, and it has a very fast and easy third base to actually take. This rich Vespine geyser as well as these 6 mineral patches are so easy to take as a third base. You can see that you actually just have to defend this narrow choke at your expansion to just take a free second and third base. So look for this game to go on forever. Look for these two players to actually go all out macro in this game. MC throwing down a gateway and a cybernetic score. Meanwhile, the same thing from Puma, actually going a barracks, his refinery, and throwing down a very fast factory this time, as well as taking his second gas. So we might see the same build as the last game, the Destiny Cloud Fist build or the 111 build. This very boring name. I really prefer the Destiny Cloud Fist build. Anyways, this Stalker going to be able to deny this SCV from any kind of scouting. It does manage actually to get inside the main base, does see this, and I do think that he actually saw the gas not being mined, and yes he did. So Puma, nice scout there with the SCV. That should not happen. That Stalker should actually deny that SCV a bit earlier. So a bit sloppy by MC, a bit lucky by Puma, but he does know about this lack of second gas and can suspect a second base from going up. He is going to go into a starport though. He does know he does have his build already geared up, and he is going to go for the exact same build once again. Going to go for Banshees. This Tech Lab will be swapped with the starport, and he is saving up gas, getting his second gas geyser up right now. So look for Cloak once again to be researched, because that was such a good game last game. Actually, MC now scouting for that third base at all through the entire game, and Puma I think is going to go for the same thing, but this time the third base is very likely to go up, so MC will actually suspect the third base instead of completely being in the dark about it. A proxy pylon going up for MC, so he is throwing down that expansion and gonna try and harass somehow. I don't see it is going to be 4-gate tech here right after an expansion. And this is actually very aggressive by MC because, I mean, 4 gates of this early after an expansion, it's not all in, of course, because you have an expansion, but this is going to put so much pressure on Puma, and Puma is actually not going to have Cloak for quite some time. It is still about 30 seconds out. These Stalkers now just microing away at the Marines, And these Marines don't know about this hidden pylon right here, so this, he thinks this is just normal aggression. MC gonna do the damage he can. Cloak is almost done, so really MC, if he doesn't attack right now, he will not be able to do any more damage. These Zealots are gonna stay in the middle of the map. Now Cloak is done for Puma. I do think that MC actually spotted this Banshee, so he is retreating back home, but without any detection, this might do a lot of damage. Cloak is done, so, and this time the robotics facility wasn't up that fast, so Cloak, this Banshee is now Cloak. He will start shooting away at these probes, hitting a Stalker here, not focus firing the probes as well as he should. 3 kills on this Banshee already, 4 kills, gonna get a 5th one, is 6, maybe a 7th kill, and doing a lot of damage, actually gonna take down the Stalker even. He still has 20 seconds left of Cloak, and he should really focus fire these weakened probes at this point. He did waste 3 shots on those, and really 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that Banshee is done for. And another Banshee gonna be heading towards MC's main base, but now the Observer is actually getting chrono boosted, so he will have to actually harass both mineral lines at the same time because there will only be one Observer for now. And this Banshee has actually done some decent damage. I think he has 9 kills. One of them is a Stalker. 2 of them are Stalkers, I'm sorry. So 7 Harvester kills, plus that initial scouting probe does get 8 Harvesters killed. And it is 36 workers to 33 for MC despite this exchange. So MC is still ahead in the Harvester count. That chrono boost is really paying off since he doesn't need anything else to chrono boost. He can focus his chrono boost on both his Nexuses, or Nexis as apparently you should call it. A lot of Zealots gonna make their way back into MC's base. I do think he tried to harass the front base here, but that wall off is so solid at this point. Puma gonna go for his second base a lot later than MC's. MC's is actually already saturated at his second base and should be gearing up for a fourth base as soon as he sees this going up, because that is just not a big force by Puma. 74-267 supply already for MC, so MC is actually looking great in this game, despite this Cloak doing more damage than the last game. The simple opening of MC was just a lot better economically, and the nature of this map, since it's so large, these Banshees actually took quite a while to make it pass across the map and through the mineral line. So you really see the effects of the map in this game. Now getting actually Zealot legs, going to transition into his normal play that we have seen him do in the first 3 games, getting a very fast Zealot legs, getting +1 armor instead of attack. I don't see a forge just yet, so he is not going to get the upgrades just now, not as fast as he would have in the past games anyways. And still no third base in production for either of these players. Another starport actually going up for Puma, so we might be seeing a lot of medevacs or more Banshees or Ravens. You could see pretty much anything at this point from Puma. He has kept it fairly standard though in these past 4 games with the drops. Very standard bio army with a lot of Marauders, Stim, all the upgrades necessary, as well as 1 Raven for support for that point defense drones that we saw was very useful in the last game. This drop has not been spotted just yet. It will be able to drop behind this, but it will be spotted by this early pylon, and a nice wall off here with these gateways might actually favor Puma quite a bit. He is now dropping to the main base. 4 Zealots and 3 Stalkers there to defend. This might not be enough though. There is a lot of units by Puma, and he is actually at the mineral lines pulling in probes, and his reinforcements are coming. This has done a lot of damage. He could actually lift up and just walk away from this, and he does, saving half his units here. So nice drop by Puma, saving both his medevacs as well as a handful of units. This truck being advertised here in space, I wonder how effective this advertisement is in the middle of space. I don't think many people will actually see this. That's just poor advertisement there. Third base going up for Puma. Still no third base by MC, so he is sticking on 2 bases at least for quite some time. these two